Pretty much as soon as second year started, I was already looking at firms or drafting up a list of firms that looked like they might offer a year in industry scheme and something that might be similar to economics or business. So I had that list together and I was checking the application dates, and I had kind of a register, and I was keeping just a tab of what was open or when I might need to apply. And then the second piece of the application process for me was to assess what I needed to do for each of those firms. So and to take that and to know how long I needed to spend on each application. So whether I needed to write a CV and a cover letter, which was standard, whether it was an online application form as well, so I'd have to talk a bit about me or what I found interesting, or whether I had to complete any psychometric testing, and just in general how long they estimated that the process was going to take. I think do your research properly. Do your research about the firm that you're applying to. Do the research about the role that you're going to go into. Do the research to understand what their program for developing you is and where you might be in 5 or 10 years' time. Those are the key things that I think you should really consider, because you need to be sure that you're happy with where you are, not just now but in the future. And so once you know that and you know where you're applying to, you can start only applying to those companies that have that take those things into consideration and really maximise your benefit and development. Just make sure that what you submit and your cover letter and your CV is all of a really high standard, and be comfortable with what you've done. And moving on from that point, if you're going to apply to some firms and for some roles, be sure that you want that job and really make your CV and cover letter stand out as much as possible. Write it to get that job. Don't just submit it and half-heartedly do a CV or a cover letter. Really, really maximise how you sell yourself and make it the best that you can write as a cover letter before you submit it. Otherwise, you'll end up with a large number of low-quality applications. The best advice I could give you is to read your CV before you go in, because the questions you're going to be asked are going to be about your past experiences and things that have gone well and things that you will have normally written in your CV and things that you can draw back on in your CV in front of people. And if you just read it before you've gone in, it's fresh in your mind. You know exactly what skills that helped you develop. You know exactly how that's led you to develop yourself today. And so I think by reading your CV before you go in or on the morning, I think that's my number one tip.